What's happening, people? Welcome to the Flex and Rant show, man. It has been a little bit of a hot minute. We had a crazy week last week, and a crazy week with the Champions League. Watching that the 1-0 battering that we got at home when we didn't even try and press the ball or do anything. But still, people on my timeline were saying, "Oh, Juventus are a good team, though. Good thing we wasn't 3 or 4. None of our players would get into their team."
Bro, I didn't know that man could get battered 1-0, blood. Do you know what I mean? Until that game. How man get battered 1-0, fam?
It's embarrassing. But we had the Everton performance. Rants. Martial playing well again.
Here it comes, bro.
Luke Shaw playing well.
Yeah.
Pogba playing well.
Yeah.
Fred got a chance against Everton, looked good.
Finally.
Mata back in the side.
Yeah.
Okay, results are still a bit indifferent, but
yeah.
Is that,
Is it what?
Are we seeing a bit of a change?
A change in what?
Well, we're playing a little bit better football, no? In a couple of games. Why have you why have you got that? Why do you have this?
I'm just gonna hold this here.
Why do you have a Jose out light?
Blood.
Or speed? What is that?
But it's winter, blood. It gets dark now,
Speech
fam.
bubble.
Man needs a light, fam. Man needs a light. It gets dark now, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? It gets dark at 4 o'clock. Man needs my light, fam. Let me put this here.
I don't even think that's out of
see,
shot. I don't know if I think it's out of shot, but
No.
Rants,
No,
this
keep
is not.
that
This
there,
is
bruv.
not. Although we got our views on Jose, this is not only a Jose out show.
No, it's not a Jose out show, blood. Nah, that's my opinion, bruv.
Because that's not even what we was going to talk about today. We've got
Yeah.
so I don't want. All right, let's just go straight into it then. Are those players that I mentioned?
Yeah.
He had some tough love with them players. Well, maybe not so much
Not
love.
tough love. He was
But
a
does
prick,
he deserve a bit of credit?
No.
None.
You don't deserve no credit, bruv. He stumbled upon this, bruv. He's a pagan, bruv. Like, people trying to give this guy credit for Martial, yeah? That's a fucking joke. Like, Martial wasn't doing bits, bro. Like, he was our form player before Sanchez got brought in.
So it's nothing that we already didn't know.
It's nothing we didn't know. He brought in Sanchez, yeah? Fucking Sanchez out here, bruv, gave up scoring goals, out here doing Stevie Wonder, blood. You know what I'm saying? Well, go on for Pablo Escobar touching keys, blood, piano. Do you know what I'm saying? Alicia Keys, rude boy. That's all he's brought. Man's brought 1-2 songs to the club. That's it, you know.
Yeah, struggled.
Glory,
Yeah,
glory,
struggled.
fucking Alexis Sanchez, bruv.
The Luke Shaw situation, he signed a long-term deal now.
Yeah.
He's starting to play better. You
Kind
got
of.
to give him some credit.
Kind of, but at the same time, it's because he's just the first time he's getting an extended run. It's the same with Martial.
But that's what I'm
How
saying.
can you
These
say
men
that
now
man are
getting
playing
extended
better?
runs.
They're not playing better. They're just actually playing, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm not. Do you know what? Look, I'm not. Jose, you lot know my thoughts on Jose. I'm not his biggest fan, and yeah, I've got my thoughts. But what I'm trying to say is that when you got to try and commend somebody if they've done a little bit good. Has he not got any? So he has no form of influence over those players. How
Manchester
they
United are playing with the handbrake on even now, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's because of this guy, bro. It's just that simple, bro. You can't tell me that he's responsible for Martial's form. That's like me saying, cool, I'm going to sleep with your wife, yeah? And then your wife's going to take you back. And then I'm going to say, yeah, you know what? I slept with your wife to make your relationship stronger. Now you guys are closer, fam. It's bullshit, fam. The guy openly tried to sign Ivan Perisic. Openly. The guy openly courted Willian as well. And, bruv, he openly went for 2
No,
man.
but that was for the other side, though.
No,
because
because Perisic was for the left side, bruv.
You think he would have outed Martial?
Of course. If Perisic comes in, Martial's done out here, you know. If Willian comes in, Martial's done out here because Sanchez was the left side. Understand that Sanchez ain't playing now because he fell out with Snorinho, blood. Mourinho, he's had enough. Do you know what I mean? Sanchez is like, fuck all this piano playing bullshit, blood. How you got me out here looking like a dickhead? Do you know what I mean? Sanchez ain't rubbish.
So, all right, we can't look. Me and you both know, we're talking in all seriousness now. We obviously know that it's not a turnaround so far because
no way.
because we haven't had the results to prove that. And I said even before the Juventus game that I needed to see more games. And after the Juventus game, I was sitting in my review saying this is why I said we needed to see more games.
Yeah.
Then obviously the Everton game now no Lukaku in the side.
Yeah.
Do you big up Jose for that?
No, because he had to. Man was under pressure. And a part of me feels like Jose wanted to drop Lukaku, yeah? And then he thought we were going to play shit. Because I reckon them substitutions were already pre-planned.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, you said in your fan cam, you don't even think
we
that
were
he should have
playing
even
so
had,
well. Lukaku never needed to come on.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like him actually coming on disrupted
I
the
thought
flow
Alexis
of the
could
game.
have come on for Rashford.
Bro, it disrupted the flow of the game bringing on Lukaku. Do you know what I'm saying?
We saw,
I reckon before the game he already planned to bring him on.
Yeah. What do you know? What is even madder about that? He's actually said after the game, Lukaku when he come on looked good. He said that you know, he's not in a good moment, obviously, but you know, him coming on shows that you know, that he needs a rest, and he looks like he made some good runs and stuff. I read those comments. I didn't read them. I watched him say it, and I was like, shit, what will you what, Jose? I know you're trying to get his confidence back up again, but don't lie to him.
No, it's cool.
He didn't look good when he come on.
Absolute sitter of a header, bruv.
Pogba
Headed
put
the
it
ball
right
into
on
the
money.
floor, bruv, and it went out for a throw-in, bruv.
Mad.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, don't tell me that he played well when he came on, yeah? You know what it is, yeah? If that's the case, let him play his way back into form from the bench. I want to see him start the game for the next 5 games on the bench.
And you know what? That's what this is about, because there's some people who might get like our views and opinions on this like a bit misconstrued. Like you don't want to see players that are playing for you be crap. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's not like we don't want Rom. Yeah, exactly.
It's not fun, man.
We don't want to
Van Nistelrooy, Van Persie and Rooney and that.
Cole and York and whatnot. But what I'm saying is, it's like, we don't want Rom to keep being poor and not scoring goals. We know that his link-up play is never going to be great. We know his touch is never going to be great, etc., all of the above. But we don't want him to just be on a barren spell, not scoring. But like you said, it has to be on merit, and that same energy is so interesting when you said that, because the same energy for having bad games needs to be there.
Rashford wasn't great, but again, he didn't deserve to be taken off for Rom, bruv, because Rom's played shit, for 10 games in a row and never got taken off. So why not let Rashford get the 90, bruv? Like, it's not an equal playing field out here. Do you know what I mean? He's got his favourites. He praised Matic. Matic was crap. You know what I mean? Matic is the reason why our back-to-front transition is so poor. Yet Jose praises this guy, bruv. That's why I say Jose out, fam, because honestly, we're playing with the handbrake on.
You're holding that with
We are playing with the handbrake on with this guy in charge. Let me tell you something, yeah? With a pressing manager that plays quick attacking football, we'll smash teams up, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you take, you see how we brought Ander Herrera on for that tenacity, that pressing. If we started Herrera, Fred and Pogba in the middle, yeah, and we started Sanchez, Martial and Rashford up front, that front 6 pressing, yeah, and winning the ball high up the pitch and playing quick, like fluid football, we could smash teams up.
You don't have to have 4 world-class defenders to be good. And, you know, I hate using Liverpool as an example, yeah, but they're proof in the pudding that if your defence is shit, but you spend time on the front foot, it almost it takes the pressure off that defence, and your greatest form of defence becomes your attack. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we've got the players to do that.
Front, man. Why do you think Barcelona been getting away with playing centre mids at centre back for like the last decade, bro? Their man had Alex Song centre back, Mascherano. It didn't matter because you press and you win the ball back high up the pitch. You know what I'm saying? And they do the whole reason why I don't like to see Martial tracking back and running back at right back, left back, because if you press in zones like what you're supposed to do,
they don't get that far.
They don't get that far out.
They don't get out.
When you don't see Mo Salah, you don't see Mo Salah at right back.
Nah.
Ever. Yeah. Because that man win the ball on the halfway line. Now I'm saying he does his defensive work in that space. That's how you press. That's how you win the ball. You know what I'm saying? So
if he plays this, it's only been 1 game, so it's very hard. And you know, we've got some big games getting up.
And the Everton game, we didn't press.
Exactly.
And we made life hard for
me.
ourselves.
I can't see. I hope I'm wrong about this. I just think by the time we get to that City game, I can't see like Jose just not putting Lukaku in for that. Like, I just think he wants his big man. Do you know what I mean? It's City away. I just can't see it. But if he stays with this team in terms of like switching up without Rom in there, where we look more dynamic at the top, and you can't say it's been loads of games. It's only been the 1 game. But if he sticks with that, could he then turn it round then? Because our results would maybe inevitably improve because of the fluidity that might come without having Rom in there. Yeah. And say like obviously Martial's now starting to play good again. Pogba's starting to play well again. Fred if he keeps that and we start then picking up results, won't we then maybe see a turnaround then?
No, bruv. Listen, he's so arrogant, yeah? For him to do that, he has to admit that he's made a mistake and he's made a 75 million.
No, but would he admit that by not saying it, by just not playing the guy?
No, he won't admit that he's made a mistake, bruv. For him to bench Rom for the next 5-6 games, that's him saying, you know what, I got it wrong. You had Matter on the bench all season, now he's playing. You have to admit, I got it wrong. The reason why this has happened is because he stumbled into it. McTominay got injured, Fellaini got injured, man got injured. So he didn't really have a choice. Do you know what I mean? Marcus got suspended at one point and then Jesse Lingard got injured.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So he didn't have a choice.
So it'll be very interesting to see when he's got a full complement again.
Because he only said we missed Fellaini the last game. You man forget that though. Only a game ago, we missed Fellaini. But now, all of a sudden, Fred plays one game and all of a sudden we've changed. We ain't changed. He told you that the man he wanted, we didn't have. Listen to what he says instead of giving man credit for shit that he don't deserve credit for. This guy is a con man. That's what he is. Because he's trying to get people to say, yeah, I spoke to Martial and this, that, and the other and talking about entourage and that. Bro, Martial ain't playing for you. Or else he would have signed that contract, blood. He ain't playing for you. You're a joker. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to get rid of man. Pogba's not playing for you. You wanted to get rid of man as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, let's stop playing games, innit? Jose would take credit for the grass being green if he could, blood. He's a con man, rude boy. There's no way that he's responsible for Pogba's form or Martial's form.
You think it's just down to the players thinking, do you know what? Like, I need to ask the question of myself.
They're playing for pride. Do you know what I mean? These are prideful players and they're good players, man. Pogba had the most freedom I've ever seen him have in a Manchester United shirt against Everton, and he was destroying them.
Like
man.
We said, innit? Even when he gets going, you can't stop him. Yeah, he had a little bit of he made a mistake that led to the penalty, but apart from that,
but again,
he had a good game.
Exactly,
he had a very good game,
and
even in our bad period,
for the whole game.
Him and Martial are at the forefront of most good things that we do.
Linking up, bruv. That's probably his best.
It's good
game.
that Matt has come into it, but really those two, and you're talking about it like, look, we can't definitely say Jose wanted them out, but there were strong noises. There were strong noises.
We got linked with Milinkovic-Savic all summer. Who was he replacing? Paul Pogba.
But we wanted it to be Fellaini because we thought he might actually
he was meant to replace Paul Pogba. Don't ever get it twisted, bruv. Jose wanted Pogba out. That's who. And
Martial, the way he's handled him, he doesn't rate him.
Going because we already had Fred. We had the Fred deal done from last
early.
Jan. Yeah. So Milinkovic-Savic was to replace Pogba. He was.
So have these guys?
And Willian was to replace Martial, blood. The two man that are literally keeping him in a job. Those are the guys he wanted out. So thank Ed Woodward, yeah. Don't thank Jose, innit?
Have these guys, these players that you're mentioning, there's talks of Martial obviously rejecting a new deal. De Gea obviously stalling as well. The Pogba situation will always be the Pogba situation. Yeah. Do you see these guys just playing their cards close to their chest to see like a bit of a game of poker in it? Hold on, because if I was Martial, I'm being honest, like what like he loves the fans and he loves the club, which is probably, we're very lucky that he does, because another player would have probably walked a long time ago, in my opinion. But like, he is probably thinking to himself, why would I want to commit my next 5 years to this under this in this current state? Why would any top player, like you speak to a lot of fans, we do, and they say to us all the time, like, what top player would want to be in this surrounding, not challenging?
Rejected by Jerome Boateng, blood.
That says it all.
Boateng.
People like David De Gea deserve to be challenging for the top honours in club football. He deserves it.
Under Jose, no top players are going to want to play for us, bruv. And especially no attacking players.
Well, the proof's in the pudding. People can sit there and say, this is an agenda, this is that. If we take away any opinion and deal with fact, our attacking players under Jose have not been good. The way he sets up our side to play have not allowed us to get the best out of our attack. They're all facts.
Started
They're
against
just
Juventus
facts.
with Mata, Pogba, Rashford, no, not
Martial.
Rashford, Martial and Lukaku, innit?
Yeah.
On the pitch, bro. Yeah. And Martial and Mata were playing fullback, fam. What is this?
It's mad.
No, and Rashford started that game.
That even happened in the first half against Chelsea. Well, I said that was like two halves, like the first half against Chelsea.
It's not the players he picks. It's my man's attitude towards football that needs to change, and it's not going to change. That's why I said he's not Man United manager. I'm not changing my stance.
Right. This, you know what? The first topic. This is you know what I mean. This is what he does. You know. This way was supposed to be a whole.
No, it
Jose
wasn't. And while we're on the subject as well, when Jose's saying, "Oh, this is how I like to treat my young players," and this, that, and the other, like he's Pep Guardiola or LVG, blood. I want to see receipts. What have you done for young players, blood? You got a worse record with young man than flipping Jimmy Savile, blood. You know them ones there. It's the truth, blood. Jose's a con man, bruv.
Now he brought McTominay through and he's got Young Player of the Year.
McMayonnaise is dead, fam.
Only
young player that's played for him for any length of time is Rafa Varane, and Rafa Varane was a wonder kid anyway.
But the worst thing about that is, when you talk about the young players, for him to bring Chong on the bench and then just to openly
And then
admit
say,
I
"We
didn't
didn't
trust
have no
him, I
one."
don't have it. What does that do to his confidence?
You're a joker, bruv.
Yeah, that doesn't
that
do
means
a
he
lot.
knows he's a token brother on the
He
bench.
was there to make up the numbers.
You know what I
He was
mean?
there to make
Why
up
is
the numbers.
Andreas Pereira not in the squad, blood, but too many years? After you try to stop man from going out on loan last season, yeah, and then you were pissed at him that he left. This is why he left. Because you're a joker, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding about what's going on with this guy, bruv. I'm telling you, it's all there. So don't be taking credit for stuff that you ain't got nothing to do with, bruv. Like, I'm not trying to hear that.
I hear you. Right, we're moving on because I feel that this whole show could be about this one subject. But we've covered that. Like, before we move on, what do you guys think? Do you think that stop? Let put it down. Put it down. Let the people make up their own minds. Stop doing that. Do you think that Jose deserves a tiny bit of credit for the likes of Martial stepping up, Pogba stepping up, Luke Shaw? Mata, we've always known he can play, but he's actually just put him in. And does he deserve credit for the Lukaku thing for actually admitting defeat? Or as Rant says, he hasn't. He doesn't deserve the credit and he's just been backed into a corner, so he's got to try something
900 minutes,
else.
no goals and no assists, blood. You know what I mean? Ray Charles could have seen that, blood. Man needed a rest. You know them ones there? It wasn't rocket science. They got a stats team, bruv.
All right. Okay, so let us know what you guys think about that. Drop your views in the comments in the boxes below on that. Now, I'm going to read you some quotes from Michael Carrick that he said about the Glazers, because we're going to talk about the Glazers. Michael Carrick says, before I came to United, I was aware it was a huge deal for the Glazers to be taking over the club, and it was a big reaction. I think the Glazers have been great owners, couldn't really ask for anything more. They throw some money out there for transfers and have never interfered. I see so many other other owners of other clubs picking teams. And then he goes on to say, they let everyone get on with their job, which needs to be applauded. The boss went on record so many times saying that for him, that's why they were fantastic. You see some horror stories throughout football. People take over clubs and almost destroy them. So the Glazers need a lot of credit for how they've gone about it.
Bruv, firstly, yeah, I'm not going to go in on Carrick because we don't know what the question was and how the question was phrased, innit? Phrased even. Because a lot of these guys in the media like to just give you the answer and not give you the question, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? What was the actual question?
Well, mate, let's say that seems like he's not attacking them, but he's not. I think maybe let's just assume, we could be wrong, let's assume that the question was, how do you feel about the Glazers? Do you feel they're doing enough, or what's your take on it? Something like that? I don't know.
Asked that though. My thing is with Carrick, yeah, the way he's worded it, obviously those are
he's working actively.
Those are his employers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's been given a chance. He can't come out and chat shit about them even if he wanted to. And that's why I don't like these ex-players that are pundits and that, because they're not going to tell you what they really feel about their mates, bruv. That they're not in it. And that's just what it is. With him, those are his employers. Of course, to the media, he's never going to say, yeah, they're a bunch of wankers. Yeah, I mean, he's not going to say that.
He can't. He'd be out of the job. He can't.
He'd be out of a job, so he's not
it.
going to say that. But the bottom line is, if you're looking at it, it depends on how you're looking at it. If you're looking at it from the fans' point of view and we're saying, you know what, these guys are taking more out of the club than they've put in, that's one thing. But if you're looking at it from a work point of view, which he is,
he does.
Do you know what I mean?
They do leave the managers just to get on
they
with
do
it,
leave the managers to get on
or
with it.
do they put too much on Ed Woodward,
football.
though?
I don't think they put too much. I think they've given Ed
because
Woodward
he don't
too
know
much
shit about football either.
But that's not what he's talking about. He's saying they're not like Roman Abramovich, just buying players and giving them to the manager and telling him you've got to play them. That's probably the angle that he's looking at. He's probably saying that when it comes to footballing matters, they don't interfere, which is a fact. Do you know what I mean? He's probably not talking about the economic.
I don't think the Glazers interfere with footballing matters.
They don't. Ed does.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But that's the problem in itself, though, that they're trusting someone like Ed to deal with footballing matters.
Is that where? But you have to break it down into layers, innit? And I think what Carrick is basically saying is he's not doing a Roman Abramovich. Do you know what I mean? And just signing man. Like he was signing man from the Russian club because his brethren owned it and that. Do you know the ones there?
He was just bringing anyone
in, bruv, and saying, yeah, here's Shevchenko and that.
Yeah, here's Mutu.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Here's these man. You see what I'm saying? The Glazers aren't doing that. So I think he's giving them credit for that. Do you know?
Nah, we can't laugh. We have Bosnich.
No, it's true, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Like,
no, but he did that when he was at Chelsea too.
Must be a Chelsea thing, bro. I'm telling you. That's what it is. But that's it, though. That's what he's saying, I think. I just think it's a techie one. I think that obviously, like you're taking on the fan base when you take on a subject like that. Do you know what I mean? I think it was a risky one from Carrick, but I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because it sounds like a stitch up because I doubt Carrick would just volunteer that information.
Nah, yeah, it's like out of the
Do you know
blue,
what I mean?
knowing that.
Oh, by the way, guys, I know you hate these guys, but I love them. You know what I mean? Like, he had a Kanye moment, bruv. I don't think that Carrick had a Kanye moment. I believe that he was stitched up, and they've kind of worded it in a way that makes it look worse than it is. Do you know what I mean? I think he was talking from strictly a football point of view. I don't think he was
an
talking...
employee point of view, like where he just can't talk out of turn.
Yeah, he's probably just saying, you know what, they leave me to do my job, they stay out of my way. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's all it was. So, yeah.
You're looking at the games we've got coming up. I remember when you said, not to bring it back to Jose, don't go in on Jose, I'm just saying when we said, yeah.
Bro. Man said my piece.
Yeah, right. So I remember you predicted that kind of like, by the next international break, like, it could be peak, he might not be here.
Yeah, bro. City's the last game.
City's the last game. But we got Bournemouth next, who are above us in the table. It's going to be a tough... You know, like, when like you have one good game, and then you think, yeah, do you know what? But then you look at the whole of the situation, think, we are 8th. Like,
we still
got a lot of catch-ups.
We got less points than Moyes and LVG had at the same time in the season.
Because it still has been a very bad start to the season.
It's been dead, bro. Yeah. But bear man, you know what I mean? We've become so okay with mediocrity that a lot of you man are letting Jose off for the start of the season. Man are 8th, blood. Going into November.
Yeah, that's poor.
In Christmas, bruv, coming up to Christmas, we probably won't be in the top 4 at Christmas.
You've got to get out the Champions League group stage, bro. Which... We're not. I don't think we're gonna get. Well, we're gonna talk about it now.
We're gonna end up in the Europa League more than likely. Man have to win in Spain or Italy or both. Really, do you know what I mean? Like, because we haven't won a game at home yet.
Can you see us beating Juventus away
in Turin? But man couldn't even hold the ball at home.
But with this though, with the Lukaku out, with the Fred in,
man are not gonna go to Italy and attack, bruv. That's not gonna happen. We didn't even do that at home. Why are we gonna do that in Italy?
Because Jose's changed.
Bro, he ain't changed.
No more Jose. But these next 3 games we've got coming up. Bournemouth, then Juventus away, then City. What's your thoughts on... Because they're tough games. The Bournemouth game... Can't underestimate that, you know. I am quietly confident, but...
We should beat Bournemouth. Do you know what I mean? If we don't start Rom...
Haven't lost though.
I think we'll beat him.
If we start Rom?
Yeah, if we don't start Rom. Do you know what I mean? Because remember the Brighton game when my man missed the sitters, then we got punished.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I believe if we start the same lineup, the exact same lineup that started against Everton, yeah, we could do Bournemouth.
Juventus away?
Juventus away, we're not going to win that. You
draw? Would a draw be a good result there, considering...
It would be a great result if we get a draw, because we couldn't get one at home. You know what I mean? So, know what I mean? A draw at Juventus would be brilliant, mate. Do you know what I mean?
And then the big one, City away. Do you know what though? I do feel with derby games, you have to say all form goes out the window. It don't really matter. It does, because even last year, look how dead we was, and we should have been 3-0 down at half time.
The empty had, that's cool, yeah. But my thing is, man, go to the empty had, I just think the way like City haven't hit top gear, but they're still sourcing teams. Like
it's the same last year though.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to do something extraordinary, brother. And last year, Jose hadn't lost the dressing room like he's lost them now, bro. Like these man. Like, you can just see there's something different now, bro. Even the atmosphere at the ground's different, bro. Like, I sit next to 4 empty seats.
Yeah, I had 3 right next to me.
Yeah.
People asking me, like, saying to spare tickets and all that.
Yeah.
We saw for the Valencia game, the club actually sending out text messages saying you can get tickets on the door.
Bruv,
what is this? Our under-18s disco? What do you mean you can get tickets on the door with the biggest club in the world?
For Manchester Youth Club and that.
There's me laughing at Man City. They had an advert on the radio today to say to get tickets to see City. Join this. You can't just do that at Man United where you never could before.
You can now. Yeah. You know them ones there. Unless there were people dressing up as seats next to me. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like it's peak, bruv. You can't get rid of some of them tickets, bruv. Like, do you know what I mean? Like the Everton game, man couldn't get rid of them. Couldn't get rid of them. No one wants them.
Yeah, it's bad.
You know what I mean? Midweek games, no one don't want them. Do you know what I mean? Like it's getting mad. Like I've never seen that. I've never sat next to a row of empty seats before in my life at Old Trafford. Even under LVG, man, never sat next to that. This early in the season.
That's the thing, man. The season's still young.
The season is fresh, man. The yellow ball only came out.
The clocks only went back like 2 days ago.
You know what I'm saying? Flip, I wish the clock could go back to 2012 right now, man. You know the ones there, because it's peak right now.
I want to ask you about a player that, especially rival fans, say he's crap. Some Man United fans, he say he's not good enough. Not all. A lot of Man United fans do like him. Victor Lindelof.
My guy.
I think that the last couple of games, although as a team we were poor against Juventus.
Yeah.
Let's make no mistake.
Man of the match 2 games in a row,
yes, Ronaldo got the assist for the goal and that. So I'm not going to say like Ronaldo had a dead game and he was in Lindelof's pocket. But He was defending very.
Spocket.
But do you know what I mean?
Blood.
He was like we kept him fairly quiet, and Lindelof is starting to grow in confidence. And for those of you that have said that he's poor and this that, I remember a Vidic and an Evra coming to United. They were terrible in their first seasons. I remember it vividly. I remember like Evra having a torrid time at the Etihad.
Bro,
and those players grew. And I'm not saying that Vidic, that Lindelof's going to be the next Vidic. I'm not saying that.
Vidic
but he can
Vidic
play.
Ain't got feet like Victor Lindelof.
He can play. Like he's got
Lindelof
class on the ball. He's got
playing centre half.
And he can defend as well.
He's wavy.
Innit?
The only thing that he didn't have was the physical aspect here because he's come from Portugal, but he's
learning.
working on that. He's learning, but his feet are beautiful. He's got great feet, great composure, great passing. He's gonna be a top player, bro.
I hope so, and that's the thing that annoys me. Going back to like when people say like, so many United fans on social media who have a difference of opinion to myself or yourself, which is allowed. But my argument is that their argument is that look at our players like man for man, and not a lot of our players would get into Juventus or get into this team or get into that team. But the thing is, I don't want to hear that is how do teams like Brighton beat us then?
Bro, how many men from West Ham
how do the lower teams beat the top teams?
And we got pammed.
If that theory was like completely like pure, it means that every single top team would smash all the crap teams. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that at all. And if you haven't, how does Glenn Murray rack up numbers then? I always use Glenn Murray because he's just that. Yeah. He's that proper like example of like someone who's shit but not shit. Yeah. Like
that's it.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like Glenn Murray's whack. Yeah, but he got 16 goals, bruv. He's not far off Lukaku. What he got. Do you know what I mean? So what I'm saying is that analogy of like, I'm fed off of people saying like, yeah, but United's team's not actually that good. There's a couple of players who are past it. Your Valencias. Matic might be on his way out.
Good team, bro.
But exactly, I'm not having someone say to me, but this player wouldn't get into that team, so you should expect us to be trash. No, not at all. And if you think that as a United fan, for me, I just feel like you're lowering that bar. Like when I couldn't believe what I was reading on my timeline.
Man, I got first team international players on the bench. You can't say that man squad shit.
I'm going back to that Juventus game. Chiellini and Bonucci, yeah. Don't get me wrong, are world-class defenders. Yeah, they're the two probably last dying breed of actual thoroughbred defenders.
Like the dark arts of defending.
But they're slow.
Yeah.
Like, and these Italian teams and even foreign teams who are better technically than us, what do these teams hate when they play against Premier League teams? Liverpool show you pace, counter-attack, players stretching them, running in behind. Yeah. So to hear that, you only lost 1-0. We only lost 1-0 to Juventus. It weren't that bad. Look at their team. They got Alexandro. They got Matuidi. They got Dybala. They got way better players than us. Fuck, I don't care about that.
Bro, it's not
put them under pressure and we can do something.
We lost is how we lost.
There you go.
As United fans, yeah, like we're used to losing games, bruv. Like it's not like we went unbeaten ever. Do you know what I mean? We lose, but we lost in a certain way, bruv. Like
we lost trying.
United never went out with a whimper. United would lose 3-4-1 and that sometimes because we were 2-1 down with 10 minutes to go and we went for it. And then we ended up getting slapped. But that's okay.
Exactly.
It's okay to go out like that. But when you're going out like a punk, you know what I mean? Like we went out like a punk.
It's true. Just showing no, like, under the lights, Juventus come into town. Like, you just look at it and you just think that these man... I hate to keep going back to it because our last game was Everton, so we will just quickly go on that. But just that just proves all the things wrong. But let's jump into the Everton performance just quickly. Although I spoke to a fan after the game in his fan cam and he said, look, I know we conceded chances against Everton. Yeah, but I don't mind my team conceding chances if we're going to go up there and make as many chances as we did and finish them as well.
Because I trust our attackers are better than theirs that will come out on top in a gunfight.
And
I'm happy to go. I'm happy to go blow for blow with teams, blood. It's exciting.
Yeah,
I mean that's what we want to see.
And that game was fairly exciting. I mean, even obviously we don't want Everton to be having chances, but it was an end-to-end game at some stage. At half-time, I was happy going in the back to get my pie, looking at the screen and seeing some highlights.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was seeing some highlights, and even to be able to watch Match of the Day to see, Martial getting up players.
The game and having 2 shots on goal.
You know what I'm saying?
So that was amazing. Do you know what I mean? When people are saying that's one of our best performances of the season, yeah, that says it all because it wasn't a great performance. It was just good. Yeah. It was all right in patches again. Do you know what I mean? But it was more patches than we're used to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Which
usually
we'll take
we
right
get
now.
like a calm 15 minutes and they gave us a good 50, 60 minutes. I'll take that. Do you know what I mean? Like it's progress in terms of the United way, but them man played with like a bit of freedom and this the carefree and you could tell Jose weren't enjoying it, blood, because I was sitting on the side, and even when we were when the 6 minutes of added time came up, Jose rushed out in the dugout and was screaming at Martial to get back and boom, boom. Like, bruv, Jose weren't enjoying that end-to-end football. He wasn't. He was hating it, bruv. Like, he was.
It's probably his worst nightmare, end-to-end open, expansive football.
He was hating it,
shot for shot. That's not what he wants, is it?
He
That's
was
not,
hating it, bruv. I'm telling you, you could see he was visibly uncomfortable because he likes to try and control games, but every time he makes changes to control games, we end up giving away the impetus, and then struggling at the end, bruv. That's why we conceded against Chelsea. That's what he does. Tries to shut up shop and all of that. Do you know what I mean? But this ain't like his old teams with that solid experience back five. You can't be doing that with our players. Our best form of defence is just to attack, bruv, until the final whistle.
Until we obviously work on our defence, maybe get a centre half in as well, and then actually make a unit out of it and get them playing. Because, like you said, our best form of defence needs to be our attack, because that's our biggest strength right now.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
It is.
We know we've got
very
issues at the back, but
squad. So we should focus on that. Do you know what I'm saying? Work to your strengths, innit? Like, there's no point having a defensive manager and we can't defend, blood. Man, don't keep clean sheets, innit?
Well, speaking of defenders, do you think that Bailly could be out, like, in the summer?
No, I think the manager will go before Eric Bailly, bruv. Eric Bailly's a baller,
If he stays,
like, Arsenal are after him, Tottenham are after him, bruv. He's a baller, you know. It's just that his confidence is very low. Eric Bailly can't go nowhere, bruv. Ed needs to step in again.
But now Lindelof stepped up, and obviously Smalling is definitely his number one. He ain't going to get much game time unless there's an injury.
Bailly and Lindelof, bruv. That's what it needs to be.
Is that what you would have?
Absolutely, bruv. Smalling has to play now on form.
Yeah.
But in inform, Eric Bailly is our best centre-back by far. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? I just think he needs another manager to get the best out of Eric Bailly, man. But he's still young. He's another one. He's 23. Like, I wouldn't worry about him.
Exactly. Well, listen, we've come to the end of the show today. Slightly shorter than normal. We've got a lot of stuff to do today. Predictions, next 3 games. So, prediction, Bournemouth score, what's it going to be? We'll be there on Saturday.
2-1 win.
Martial again?
Come on.
Our guy, man.
Martial FC.
Innit? You know, just quick on that. There's a lot of, I used to kick scenes United fan. There ain't no Martial FC. I just want to see players doing well. But you know what?
There is.
Yeah, I don't care. You know what? Because if a Martial FC means that you're backing someone who's like is a phenomenal footballer and gets you on the edge of your seat and is proving critics wrong, then I'm Martial FC in it. I don't care what anyone
Everything
says.
United stand for, bruv. That's what Tony
There you
Martial.
go. Juventus away.
Yeah, we ain't winning that, bruv. So yeah, I mean, I think we're losing that. I'm gonna be honest, innit? I hate to say that, innit? It's Man United.
I think it's gonna be difficult, man.
We couldn't beat them at home, so there's nothing. I ain't seen nothing to suggest that we're getting.
I'm gonna do what I always do in terms of like
draw.
Not even not even. What it is, I struggle to go say we're going to lose. Like even with the Chelsea thing, I just had a gut feeling like you never know.
We are lucky,
but I think we'll draw.
Cool. Say nothing. No, I don't think.
Man City.
Fam.
Rants, we're gonna win that game.
We're gonna draw that game.
We're gonna win that game.
I don't think we're gonna lose at the empty head. I think we're gonna. I don't know. I think the players will.
We're gonna win.
We'll pull it out the bag, blood, and get a draw. But we're not beating them, man.
I'm going for a win, guys. Let us know what you guys think. We've come to the end of the show. Let us know what your predictions are for the next 3 games. Apologies, like I said, we wasn't here last week. We had a very, very packed schedule. Hit us up on the socials, Rants.
Yeah, at Rants and Bants on Twitter and Instagram.
You know what it is. I'm FlexUTD on both Instagram and Twitter. And make sure you guys follow the United Stand, man. We're building a great thing here. The channel's doing excellent, and it's all because of you guys, the support, the interaction, the shows that you lot enjoy. We just keep giving them to you, and you lot keep enjoying it. That's what we're here to do. Guys, we hope that we continue to play a little bit more attacking football.
We hope so.
You know what I mean? Trust in Mourinho that he's going to pick
I don't
that squad.
trust in Mourinho, but I just hope in it. Like, man are hoping out here. That's all it is, bruv. Jose out, blood.
Rant Sport is speech bubble. I don't condone this, Rants. You can't.
But I don't care in it, bruv. Jose out, fam. You know them ones. It's winter. Man, have to keep the lights on. You get me, just in case, because man needs to put my keys in the front door when I get home. So man will just turn that on. Hold tight, Jose, with the 3 fingers, blood. That freeze for how many years it takes before you get sacked, rude boy. Every flipping job he gets, bro.
I try, it's not a Jose out show. I keep trying to say that, but with people like this guy,
it's the Flex and Rant show, and Rant's is Jose out.
Yeah, there you go. That's you hit the nail on the head. I am Jose out as well, but not as prominent as this guy. Like sometimes you gotta give him a bit of credit. The odd time, come on, but nah, you're not having it.
Yeah, I'll give him credit, man. I like his jacket.
Guys, see you lot same time, same place next week.